So many clients who are just starting out in their projects really just want to know one thing, and that is, how much will it cost? It's incredibly difficult for clients to get a straight answer to this. And applications really are hard to estimate. So clients wind up getting this wild range of estimations, and they're all over the map. And it's pretty frustrating. But it is possible to get a pretty good estimation of how much your project is going to cost, and that's what we're going to talk about today. The first step in getting a really good estimation is having a very clear way of explaining to developers what it is that you need. And that means that you have to have a great written specification. The reason is, when you have a great written specification, developers see you as an organized client. They think that you know what you're doing, and they trust you more. They know that you're not going to be a huge pain in the ass client who's going to be a nightmare to work with. You're going to be less profitable because you're a nightmare, and so they have to estimate really high to compensate for that. So don't be that client. Come in with a really good written specification and don't look like a pain in the ass. Do whatever you have to do to write the specification. Write it up, draw a picture, make a video, record your voice, and make it polished. Make it nice and clean and render it into a PDF. Check your spelling. Have somebody edit it for you. Do whatever you have to do to make a good first impression. If you don't bother writing up a great spec, you wind up just calling companies over and over again and describing your application over the phone. And if you're doing that, you're screwing yourself, because you look like an amateur, and developers know that. You think that you're evaluating and judging the developers, but don't think that they're not also evaluating and judging you. They are looking for good clients, and they're trying to avoid pain in the ass clients. So don't pay that pain in the ass tax. Position yourself as a good client. Number two, try to figure out what type of a vendor or what type of a team really fits your needs. What kind of a developer is it that is going to do the best job for you? If you have a super complicated project and you have no experience at all in managing a technical project, then don't even bother sending it to some crappy team from Elance or Craigslist or something. It's not a real estimation. That's just a recipe for you to be another nightmare outsourcing story. So figure out the kind of team that's going to provide all the stuff that you need. Project management, testing and quality assurance, wireframing, graphic design, and all that stuff. Mostly it comes down to project management. It has to come from somewhere. So if you are a great project manager, fine. But someone has to do it. If you can't do it, then the team has to do it, and make sure that there's a project manager on that team. Okay, now we have a very good specification, and we've identified the type of team or developer that we want to get estimations from. So now we're going to start sending out our specification. So we'll send it to, say, 5 developers that fit the profile, but we will do it by email. Never contact developers by phone. It can be a huge waste of time. First of all, they never give you a good estimate on the phone. It's not really possible for someone to pick up the phone and just throw out a number. You don't really want that. And second, it takes forever to call all these guys and have all the phone calls. If you just send out your specification by email, then the developers are going to get the spec, and they're going to think to themselves, hey, this client doesn't look like a pain in the ass at all. So now I'm pretty motivated to give them a really good estimate. I want to win their business. I might even call them up and ask them some questions so I can give them the best deal possible. This is a pretty good situation. Now you've got a bunch of developers who fit the profile of what you're looking for. They understand your application, and they're calling you and pursuing your business. And they don't think you're a pain in the ass, so you're not going to pay this pain in the ass tax. So you hang around, you wait for the phone to ring, maybe answer some questions, and when the estimates come in, you'll be looking at estimations from similar teams that meet your needs, understand your project, and that's a pretty good start. Now you should start getting a real idea of what it is that you need to spend to get your project done. So to sum up, make sure that you have a great written specification. Figure out the profile of the developers that you need, and only target companies that fit that profile, and then send them your great specification by email. Wait for the phone to ring, and don't be a pain in the ass. That's how you do it. Good luck on your project.